How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? Let me talk to you about what's going on right now with Barack Obama. I know it's not surprising to you that I'll be talking about the President of the United States, but let's be honest about it. There's something very wrong going on here. Are you at all disturbed that every single day he keeps attacking President Bush? Does he know that he was elected president? Somebody should remind him that the day you got elected and the time you take the office, you become the president. That's why you were elected. If he went to the White House, he would notice Bush is not there. Why does he keep blaming Bush for everything that's going wrong? And no matter what goes wrong, it's always Bush's fault. How long is it going to be Bush's fault, and how long is he going to use that excuse for going backwards about everything that he's trying to accomplish? Under Bush, we lost something like 500,000 jobs, and the unemployment figure was 7%. Since he became the president, the unemployment figure went up to 8.5%. In 8 years, after winning over so many millions of new jobs, Bush managed to lose 500,000 jobs in the last year in office. And it took him 8 years to lose 500,000 jobs. This man is in office only 3 months and already lost almost 2 million jobs. The unemployment went from 7% to 8.5% under him. And now he blames Bush for the fact that he can't seem to turn the job situation around. He told you as soon as he gets elected with his stimulus packages, all of a sudden everybody's going to be working. In an hour, the whole country will be swinging and everything will be, and unemployment will be a problem of the past because he knows exactly how to run this country compared to Bush, who's a failure and a turkey. And it turns out under Bush, it took 8 years to lose 500,000 jobs while he lost almost 2 million jobs in 3 months. Did Bush lose those jobs or did you lose those jobs? Does he know he's the president or does he think Bush is in that office? Take a look. You're in the White House, not Bush. What are you blaming Bush about? Now, every time you tell this to people, they say, well, give him a chance. He inherited such a difficult problem. You have to give him a chance. In 3 months, you have to give him a chance to make things better. If he can't make things better, you have to give him a chance. But does he have to make things so much worse? You have to give him a chance to do that too? Should you give him a chance to make things still worse? Because every day he's in office, things are getting worse and worse, and jobs are getting less and less, and people are struggling and starving all over the country. Retail sales has gone down. The total effect of the economy has gone down by over 20% while he's in office. He's burying the economy, and everybody says, give him a chance. You give a person a chance if he's going in the right direction. But if you're supposed to go up north to Pittsburgh, and instead you're going south to Miami, as soon as you start out, shouldn't somebody correct you and tell you the right way is the opposite way? Do you purposely let the guy continue to go in the wrong direction and keep burying the economy worse and worse because you shouldn't disturb him because it's too soon? You have to give him a chance. The more of a chance you give him, the worse it's going to get. Don't you think it's about time we notice that he's caving in with the economy every day? What are you blaming Bush about? Then he blames Bush about everything that went on in Europe. He says he never had the cooperation of our allies because he insulted them, he didn't know how to talk to them. In comparison to him, he's the great thinker and the great promoter and the great diplomat who knows how to work on the great stage of Europe. He worked with the allies in a way that Bush never did because Bush was a cowboy who didn't know how to talk to them. He's the great diplomat who will win them over. Meanwhile, do you know what he accomplished since he went to Europe? Everybody celebrates the fantastic trip he made and what a fantastic personality and how brilliantly he uncovered everything that Bush could never do. It turns out he accomplished nothing. This great diplomat made great speeches about nothing. You know what he accomplished? Nothing. Nothing came about from his great diplomacy. All he has is speeches and fancy looks and fancy talks and fancy suits and fancy schmatters. And his wife walks around bowing and dancing and looking and laughing and enjoying while he's having the fantastic time of his life, calling himself the greatest diplomat that ever lived. He accomplished nothing. He said, Bush couldn't get our cooperation in Iraq. Look at the difference. Meanwhile, he had all of our allies working with him in Iraq. He accomplished nothing. Look what he's accomplishing right now. Nothing. He wanted our allies to help him in this new war that he decided is the most important war in the world. And all of a sudden, he's accomplished nothing with them either. He got no cooperation from anybody about anything. He accomplished nothing about this whole trip. This was a total fraud, a fake, a failure in every direction. Nobody could identify one thing he accomplished there except making fancy speeches, kept attacking Bush, attacking this country, lousing up America, and lousing up everything we represent to the people of Europe. While he was bowing and fawning and apologizing, he accomplished nothing. All he did is made a fool out of himself, a fool out of this country. And he turned out to be a huge flop with a great parade, a charade about nothing. And everybody is ritualizing him as the greatest man in the country. About what? Nobody knows. You know why? There's nothing there.